and welcome into Getting Help from Uncle Sam. You know, we've done segments in the past with the Alabama Department of Senior Services. One of the things they do is they have organizations in the state that get out the programs to the people. One of them is Central Alabama Aging Consortium, and you are the outreach coordinator for the Central Alabama Aging Consortium.
Yes, sir.
And you do a number of things there, don't you?
Yeah, so we've been in business serving the River Region, so Montgomery, Elmore, and Autauga County. This is our 50th year in service.
Wow.
And we have about 18 different programs to serve seniors and the disabled in our area.
Mm-hmm. And that starts with, you do nutrition, you do medical, you do...
So it starts with our Aging and Disability Resource Center, actually. So that is a all-in-one, one-stop shop for people to call into our agency and learn about all of our services. And then if there is a need that they have that we can't address in our office, our Aging and Disability Resource Center will find the place for them to go to be able to get the help that they need.
Mm-hmm.
We also have, like you mentioned, our nutrition services.
Yes.
So we provide meals to 19 senior centers in our area, as well as the Meals on Wheels Pickup Center. And every year we serve tons of seniors in our area through those senior centers and those pickup centers. We also provide homebound meals in the form of frozen meals straight to their door for those who can't get out of the house or maybe can't go grocery shopping, don't have family in the area to bring them food. We do offer homebound meals as well. We have our Medicaid waiver services. That's our biggest program. So that is a program that provides in-home services to folks who need help with those ADLs, so those activities of daily living.
Mm-hmm.
So that addresses dressing, bathing, eating, caregiving, things like that. And it's for people who would otherwise find themselves in a nursing home but want to remain in the community and not be stuck in those facilities. We also have a caregiver respite program. So that's our Alabama Cares program.
Mm-hmm.
That program is a little bit different because the caregiver is the client rather than the person in need being the client.
Very necessary, by the way.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes. Caregiving is a huge undertaking. It's a huge task. And more people today are finding themselves becoming caregivers. And so that provides respite in the form of service hours. So a direct service provider can come in and help sit with a loved one so that caregiver can go out and do errands or just get out of the house, maybe take some time for themselves. They can also get reimbursed for the care that they're already doing through that program. Mm-hmm. So it'll pay caregivers to come in. If you want to choose your own caregiver, you can pay for a caregiver through that. They also provide supplemental supplies, diapers, nutrition shakes, things like that to help offset those costs of caregiving.
Mm-hmm.
And that program also has another branch for other underserved folks, so grandparents of grandchildren who are caregiving, or we call it our older adults program, because you don't necessarily have to be a grandparent. You can be an aunt or an uncle or anybody 55 and older taking care of a child 18 and under who's not theirs can benefit from that program.
When you say not theirs, in other words, it wasn't my son or daughter.
Correct.
But it could be a grandchild.
Not their biological
Right.
children. They don't even have to be biologically related.
Mm-hmm.
So it can be anybody who has full-time caregiving for a child that's not theirs, 18 or under.
Mm-hmm.
And that provides respite in the form of like cleats for soccer or summer camps or technology for school or uniforms, stuff like that, again, to kind of offset those costs of caregiving. And that's a huge area. More and more grandparents these days are finding themselves taking care of people.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely. The only requirement for that program is you have to be 55 and the biological parent can't live in the home. So it's an all-encompassing program helping seniors who are caregiving for younger children. We also have a Dementia-Friendly Alabama program. So that's a statewide program, not just here in the River Region. And they offer resources and training and help for folks who are caregiving for folks with dementia and also people who have recently been diagnosed with dementia to understand the disease, understand its progression, because over 100,000 people in Alabama are diagnosed with dementia. And it's a huge
each year,
need.
Or it
Just
becomes a
right
cumulative
now,
thing?
it's adding on. But people, we're seeing people diagnosed younger and younger each year. So where it used to be 70, 80, 90, it's now 40, 50, 60 getting those diagnoses. And it seems to be earlier and earlier these days. So it's really important that we understand the disease, but we're not afraid of it. And we accept that it's part of life, and we're able to integrate those people who have dementia. We don't kind of push them to the wayside. We integrate them back in and make sure that they're loved and cared for in the way that they deserve.
Well, you've got it going. And just remember, it's the Central Alabama Aging Consortium. They're here to help you, and we'll be right back right after this.